Hi guys, Karen here. Hey, I just gave myself my shot, my injection, and I guess it's 9:41 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I just gave my shot without putting on camera. Um, I started February 14th of 23, and this is January 19th of 24. For some strange reason, I was gained like 3 pounds this week. I don't know how. I do have a little bit of constipation, but I don't know if I'm really that full of it. According to some people, I'm that full of it. But I didn't put it on camera. I just went ahead and gave myself my shot. Everybody has different ways, different amounts that they're going to lose, and they lose at a different pace. I've got my pajamas on now, and I'm pretty close to going to bed. I'm kind of tired. It's been really stressful 6 months, really, but it's been real stressful last week. My dog's still missing, and we kind of think that the dog catcher may have shot him or euthanized him when they got him there, but I think he would have been, Blue wouldn't have taken well to being in a cage if they in fact did get him in the cage. I've got a lot of names, but I'm not going to put them on here. There's a lot of people looking for lawsuits, but I do think that Blue is probably not with us anymore, and I've been pretty upset about that. He's a really great dog, and there was no reason to do that. There was no reason to even call anybody on it, because she called me, the person that he was in her yard, and I went over. I couldn't get him in the car because he's scared to death of cars, but he went over there 3 times. So and when we went to pick up the dog, we heard that they had gotten him. Everyone was standing outside. Everybody that worked there, is like 4 or 5 people, and my husband and I said, well, we're here to pick up the dog, and they said, oh, he's not here, and they all looked kind of funny, and one said that he had jumped out of the truck, and then somebody else said, no, they put him in the pen, but they forgot to close the back, and he ran through. So something's real strange. We're looking into it, but anyway, so it's been stressful with that, and I've never gotten over my Willie, my cat, dying, and then my grandkids were having a rough time because of flooding, so we have that. And then with my husband being sick, he had to have surgery. Anybody that's been following knows that. Which brings me to another thing I wanted to let y'all know. For some reason, I don't get my email for a long time. I think I had too much in my phone, but yesterday, this email came to me. It was dated December 18th, the day that my husband got out of the hospital. And it was from a man, I'm just going to call him John. He's been a problem for a while. He smokes too much pot, and I think he's got some mental problems. I feel very sorry for him. I've tried to help him, but you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. Anyway, he wrote me and said I was a very shitty person to be making videos of my god-awful fat legs while my husband was in the hospital. I didn't make any videos while my husband was in the hospital for the other than the ones of my husband that he wanted me to take. He had me do a series of videos about bladder cancer, and I'm 78 years old, and I had to drive an hour almost each way to the hospital. I was at the hospital from 9 in the morning till 8 at night, and had to drive home in the dark to an empty house. We live, in the dark, in the country. It's very dark, and so I'm not trying to make things right. I'm just telling you, for anybody that's worried out there, that I was very worried about my husband, and I stayed there until I knew he was fine. They said he got through it very well, and he was going to sleep all night. And it was the first night, I think it was after 9 o'clock when I left there. I didn't get home till after 10. And I don't even drive at night. If you remember, I just had cataract surgery on my left eye, and I still have a cataract on my right eye, so I really shouldn't even be driving at night. But anyway, I know that he's watching these videos. I don't know why, because he doesn't like me at all. But he makes videos. Maybe people don't watch his videos as much as they watch mine. But I feel very sorry for him. I wish I could do something to help him. I've tried to help him for a long time. But there's no helping somebody that doesn't want to be helped. Anyway, so John, if you're watching, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But you're just going to have to get over it, because you're 52 years old and, you know, got to grow up sometime. Anyway, getting back to my situation, my husband's doing very well. It's been like 5 weeks since his surgery, and it's a big change because they took his bladder out. Again, I ask you, please, if you're smoking, stop smoking, because there's only 2 ways to get this cancer. One is from smoking, and then one is from working with, I guess, hairdressers get it. That was something, the chemicals go in their hands. So it's a deadly disease. It's cancer, but they got it early enough. It had not gone through his bladder. It had just gone into the muscle, which wasn't, it was like a 2. You know, I think you have 4 or 5 of cancer, but if it would have been a 1, they wouldn't have had to take his bladder out. They would have just been able to scrape it, but they did take it out, and he has a stoma in the side, and that's how he urinates. But it's not a good thing. I mean, it's not anything that anybody would want, but it's once you have that done, that's just a different part of his life. I have a pacemaker, which is not nearly as bad as what he has, but you just get used to changes in your life, and you know, luckily they were able to save him. A lot of people get cancer, and you know, it's not operable, or they can't be saved. But thank God that he's doing well. He goes to bed kind of early, but he gets up earlier than I do too. And I love him. I don't know what I'd do without him. So I'm just so thankful that he is fine. But he was sleeping every day that I left, and I guess he got up earlier than when I got there. But I can't drive on the highways during rush hour, so I had to wait till the rush hour traffic was gone, and then I go two big highways to get to that hospital. So it was kind of scary for me too. I don't see too well, and I don't drive very fast. It's probably about 40 miles each way, but there's a lot of traffic, and I don't drive fast, so it did take me, you know, after I left here and drove through my little town and everything, it took me almost an hour to drive. And he was happy to have me there, but a lot of times he just wanted me to shut up so he could go to sleep. And I read a book, and I didn't watch any TV, but they had him in ICU for 2 days, and then for 4 days he was in the regular hospital. But he's fine and well, and he's eating real well now. He didn't eat too well at first. He's actually lost 25 pounds, and I've only lost 55 in 11 months, and he did it in 1 month. But that's not a good way to lose weight. So we're all happy that he's doing well. I know I cut my hair. I cut it all by myself, and it's not too good, but it's I washed it yesterday, I guess, and I haven't done anything with it. It's better if I curl it, I guess. But you know, when you're old, you do what you can and just skip what you don't have to. Anyway, if there's any more news, I'm trying to think of it. My cousin Debbie in Michigan got a new car. She got a Chevrolet Trax, and it's beautiful. It's a real pretty mint green. So I'm real happy for her. She's doing well, and My cousin Carol's doing well. She's up in Michigan. Gail and Chris. And my cousin Claudia's called me a few times. She's like 85 and she's just doing real well. So we have a good, healthy family. Plus Glenn, I love Glenn. He lives up in Michigan. All my on my one side of the family are in Michigan, and then there's a lot of us down in the South. Some of them, I've got some in Oklahoma and Florida. They're just all around. So it's a big family, and we used to be so close, but everybody starts moving around. Anyway, this is getting to be lengthy, but I've done my injection, and it's a 1 milligram. I've read a lot of people say that they lost more on the 0.5 milligram than they did on the 1, so I don't know, maybe I'm going to be one of those, because I not only did I not lose, but I gained. But I was I guess 171 last week when I spoke with you, and I'm 174, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to go to bed now. My cat's waiting for me to come in and snooze with her. It was in the 40s today. It's going down to like a 0 tonight. I've got to go turn my water on. Make sure you let the water drip in all your faucets so you don't freeze up. And but then Monday we're going to have 65, so it's just crazy, crazy, crazy weather. Anyway, again, I want to say goodbye to everybody. Love y'all. Good night, John. Get off the pot. Bye-bye.